And so a movement, my definition of this, if you're taking notes, you've probably written this before, but we're going to do it again. Define and shape a new way of living and relating. So the definition of a movement is defining and shaping a new way of living and relating. And you guys are all doing that, right? You all are seeing these needs to do this mission that you have. And my movement is, of course, the Wisdom for Humanity movement. And my mission attached to that is to build a better world for future generations, which is why I'm coming to you from Purdue University, where we are doing workshops. Actually, I stepped out of a workshop to do this with you guys. So I'm doing a workshop outside of this. The chief of staff is running it now for me, and then I'll go back after this. So, but I love doing this. This is living into my mission. So we did this. This is a many-part series of starting a movement. I really recommend to go back and look at the product in the system, and it's all about starting a movement. And I'm going to run through the 5 steps. We're going to do the 6th step today, but I'm going to run through the 5 steps we've been through so far, just to spark your memory. And then what I'd like you to do too with this, as I walk through these, is go like, oh yeah, I need to do step 2. Right now, I need to go back and look at which of these steps. So the first thing we did is talk about your life mission. And, even by today's, looking, what you guys are feeding back, that alone sent you guys on like this tumble through the world. It's like, and I'm looking at, I think all of you have changed yours since we started this thing, which is great, right? Because that's what this does. So the life mission, but to clarify that helps guide so many decisions, your priorities and what you want to do next. So that's great. So that was the first piece. The second piece is overcoming inertia. And that's not just inertia, but it's overcoming your own inertia. And so the first part of this is, what is egregiously wrong? That drives our passion. And there's things about that. It's like, man, this is just so egregiously wrong. I love that word egregiously because I even like saying it by syllables. What's egregiously wrong? Right? And so there's that's got to fuel your mission. The second one is, where's their potential energy? And we've talked about that, right? It feels like this spring is getting compressed. It's getting compressed and it's getting compressed and it's getting more and more. And I like what you described, Amber. It's like this train wreck that you can't help but look through your fingers to look at. It's like, I don't want to see it, but that's also the turning away from it and numbing it. I don't want to read the papers. I don't want to read another thing, and all that kind of stuff too. So there's got to be potential. This is ideal time for our movements, because the potential energy is just this spring that's just getting coiled harder and harder. And the last part is it ambitiously possible? Is what you're doing, is your ambition possible with this thing? And so it has to be stretch, but also has to be like, I can get there, or else you give up. So that's just overcoming inertia. That's not even step 1. Step 1 is clarity. So do you have clarity on the mindset, not your mindset, of what you're trying to tell your community? So the mindset, and part of that is, what mindset are you trying to give up? What are you trying to tell people? Jettison this mindset and adopt this other mindset. For me and my work that I do, I'm trying to get people to reject or jettison the scarcity mindset and adopt the abundance mindset. I want people to jettison the victim mindset and adopt the empowered mindset. Those are mine. But what would be the mindsets? What are the triggers? And I mean triggers in this way. It's like, when you see this thing egregiously wrong, it just like, it jumps at you. It's like this, if you're in Minnesota, it's like a mosquito. It's going to come and get you. So you get this thing and it's like annoying and it's difficult, but what are those triggers? For me, it's things like victim talk. Oh, he made me feel so bad. No, he didn't make you anything. You decided to feel bad about what that person said. Wow, so when I realized oh, the other flip side of that is, oh, you make me so happy. No, you don't. I decided to be happy with what you put in front of me. Thank you for that. Gratitude. But those are things that are starting to get under my skin about like victim and abundance mentalities. Okay. So what are the triggers? And what's the first step? What's the first step you're giving people in terms of your movement? I just gave you one. It's like pay attention to victim language. And if I give you a few ways of looking at that, now you've got a first step of joining my movement. Cool. Step 2, enlist ambassadors. There's an old saying, if you get to the top and you're lonely, you did it wrong. Right? So you need your ambassadors, but ambassadors are collaborators. Collaborators are our team of partners, people who are going to help you build a solution. Book publishers, if you're trying to publish a book, publicists, that kind of stuff. Connectors, people are connectors that help you connect into other parts of the world, help you connect into your audience groups, your customers that you need. And coaches, people who are going to coach you along the way. Where are your biggest deficiencies? Get a coach or get a collaborator that's going to do it for you. And I just had this conversation last week with somebody, and like, I'm going to put out this offering for coaching. Sean, you'll be so familiar with this one. I want to do this thing with coaching. It's like, what's the next step? Well, I want to architect the coaching so that I can put it in front of 5 people. I haven't done that yet. I'm like, okay, I 100% believe in your coaching ability. I think 90% of your problem is being able to sell it. And you could have seen him go like, but I hate selling. I'm like, that's why you're avoiding it. You don't need to bounce this idea off of 5 more people because I have confidence in your abilities. All of you guys, I have confidence in your ability to do the thing that you say you're going to do. So stop crafting the darn thing and start thinking about how am I going to campaign on it? By the way, Amber has a lot of skills in that area. So then clients, where are you going to get clients? That's the promotion part. Okay, step 3. You got to establish rhythm. So what's the rhythm you're going to have? How are you going to show up? Where are you going to show up? How frequently you're going to show up? And so Sean is talking right now like he's got a podcast and he's like, oh, I need to redo the podcast. I need to think about it differently and everything like that. But the thing is, he's got it going, which is great. And it's like, I need to take a pause because I need to restructure it. I need to think. That's great. I think I figured out that, let me think if I got this right. 12 times 5, 6, 7. I think this is my 71st monthly program. Haven't missed a month since October 2018, whatever that is. Oh, I think November of 2018, I did it by myself. No one showed up. I was like, and then I remember it was like I was supposed to do it at 10 o'clock. No one showed up. At 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I was like, no, you know what? I'm going to turn on the camera and I'm just going to do it with myself. This is what I'm going to do. There you go. So I did that. So I have a continuous run of this thing. So what's that rhythm? And that's that rhythm. Show up. Okay. Step 4 was tools. Tools. What are your frameworks, your assessments, the physical assets you use, the digital assets you use, the memes that you use? The meme that came out of my mouth when I was in Machu Picchu, our first wisdom council. And I said, well, wisdom isn't wisdom until it's shared. And one of the members in the room said, because I always say, write that down. You're familiar with that one, Sean. Write that down. And one of the people in the room who was a coach, she said, Patrick, write that down. I was like, what? What did I say? She's like, wisdom isn't wisdom until it's shared. I now have t-shirts with wisdom isn't wisdom until it's shared. It's like, oh, what a great saying. Right? So where are your memes? What are the things that people are going to remember your movement by? And step 5 we did was decision makers. Stakeholder management. It's just, we all of us here know stakeholder management, and none of us do it very well with our own stuff. We know how to teach it to other people. They've spent millions of dollars on us to do that. And then when it comes to our stuff, it's like, oh yeah, right. And when we had that call with you guys, you were all like, I know how to do this. It's a reminder. I get it. And I don't do this, right? So who are the stakeholders to make this go? Okay, so those are the best 5 steps. This is such a powerful series. I'm going to make a product out of this, and we're in the process of pulling this together, and then we're going to put it out there and sell it. Let me just name them, but instead of the things underneath them, I'll just go through the outline.
Yeah.
Step 1, clarity. Step 2, ambassadors. Step 3, rhythm. Step 4, tools. Step 5, decision makers.